All right. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Run the thumbs up on these videos. I appreciate you guys being here and supporting the product right here on Bama Football on YouTube. All right, so look, these are the first three that have been added to Coach Kalen DeBoer's roster. Okay. And I love these additions right away. And I want to point out the fact that three are in and more to come. So when you're kind of on commitment watch on Sunday, I would roll that into Monday. I would roll that into Tuesday as Coach KD builds up his roster. Let's run through these first three prospects that he has added to the staff, to the roster, and kind of go from there. So the number one thing that stands out to me, he is addressing immediate needs at Alabama. One of the things that we've talked about a lot of the times is last year, the frustration that all of us had with the center position. So what does Coach KD come in and do? Well, he lands Parker Brailsford, a guy that can come in and play right now. He started his first two games at Washington as a guard before moving to center. So last year for Washington, he played in 13 overall games where he started. And check this out. He's ready to come in and compete for that starting spot. In over 600 snaps in pass protection, he only allowed one sack. And I think that's really important when you look to what he is bringing to this offensive line. And we're going to throw up a graphic that kind of paints the picture of what the offense could look like under Coach KD and Ryan Grubb. So I love the fact that he was able to address an immediate need from the jump. Also, as you know, Isaiah Bond exited out to Texas. So Alabama needed to bring in another wide receiver. What does he do? He brings in Germie Bernard. So Germie Bernard, this guy is also coming in ready to play. And I think when you think about Bernard, you have to look to the fact that he's a bigger type wide receiver, 6'2", 200 pounds. And he started off his career playing at Michigan State. And then he transferred to Washington. And now here he is coming to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And I think he's very similar to Kendrick Law, which you should really be excited about. Germie Bernard also returned kicks, punts, very versatile player, caught for over 700 yards. And I think he comes in and I'm going to show you the offense, how it looks and what it could be like hypothetically going into the springtime. So I like what he added in terms of bringing in the wide receiver. Now, from a quarterback standpoint, another player that he added was Austin Mack. And Austin Mack, as you know, 6'6", and 230 pounds. I mean, this guy is an absolute monster. And I have a graphic that I'm going to show you in just a second. This was from Noah Carter, who was on a visit as well, and it shows all of the group. So before I get to that picture, these three guys that he's brought in show you what type of prospects that he's going to add to Alabama, go after. And if you've seen Noah Carter, who is also on commitment watch from the class of 2024, you see athleticism, you see size. And I like how he's been able to utilize the transfer portal from what he can right now, because remember, you can only go into the portal from other coaching staffs that have lost their coach. So I do like everything. And if I had to give out a grade right now, I would probably say a B+. Want to see who he brings on the defensive side of the ball. This is important to note. While we've harped on the fact that he needs to come in and have a really good defense, he didn't bring up over any defensive staff from Washington's defense last year. He understands that. He retained Freddie Roach on the defense, and I think with the acquisitions that he's added on the defensive staff, got to feel pretty good about it. So like where things are at from the jump with Coach KD and the guys that he has brought in. Now, this was an image that was brought up yesterday on Noah Carter's Twitter feed. So go follow all these players. It shows support when you follow these players on social media. But check this out. I mean, I love this photo right here. Kind of this is the rebuild, the restart. Guys that are being added to the foundation. And I'm going to explain who all these guys are right here. But I don't know. This photo, it made me feel good. And if you're looking at these guys coming in, they're excited. They want to be a part of something that is bigger than themselves. I'm going to keep saying that. They want to be here. There's a lot of guys here that want to play for Alabama. This was a really big recruiting weekend for Coach KD, and it's good to see a lot of these smiling faces and a lot of these guys. So from the left to the right, let's kind of work your way through it. On the left in the jacket, that is going to be Alabama new commitment, Germie Bernard. Right. So he is in. And then you have Noah Carter, I believe, who is 6'4", 220 pounds. I probably like him as a defensive edge rusher, but I mean, the guy could play wide receiver as well. You also have Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe. I mean, and Jalen Milroe is a big dude too, so it gives you an idea of like how big these dudes are, right? I mean, Jalen Milroe is a big cat. All right, you got Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams also in, and clearly it would be amazing if he comes. And he's kind of like, you could build the offense around him, right? Man, I know he's going to go to Auburn and do his official visit, but I could just see him fitting in so nicely within this new offensive scheme under Ryan Grubb. All right, and then you have Jahad Campbell. Jahad Campbell is, along with Deontay Lawson, a key piece of this Alabama defense, the inside linebackers. I believe he's the one who hosted Jabbar Muhammad when Muhammad was here on his official visit this last weekend. And we've talked about this before. He has a really big decision to make between Texas, Oregon. Is it going to be about NIL money? I don't know, but we'll keep you posted on the latest on Jabbar Muhammad. Don't know if he's going to take his official visit to Oregon. There's been kind of some back and forth on that. From the guy in the back behind Jahad Campbell is Miles McVay, offensive lineman here at Alabama. And then you have Jalen Mbakwe in the all red, we'll call it. And then you have Ty Simpson, right? Ty Simpson coming back. And then look at this. This is a big man. So you have Austin Mack right here, 6'6", 230 pounds. Okay, he's a big dude. And then you have Parker Brailsford. So these are the guys that want to be a part of Alabama. These are the guys that want to be a part of something great. I'm sure Ryan Williams has a lot to think about. And man, it's not over until it's over. And he will make his official announcement on February 9th. I'm going to drop another graphic right here that kind of goes over this Alabama offense now that you have a couple guys in place. And I will add that to the screen. See, I got one on my side that I'm going to work with. So look, we're going to update this kind of, going forward, just kind of throwing some stuff out there right now about how it could look. And I want you to get your take inside the comment box about Alabama's offense. So Germie Bernard at that X on the left side, along with Jalen Hell. I was talking to Smook last night. He feels that Jalen Hell will start at that spot over Bernard. I don't know about that, but you're going to have a lot of guys competing at that wide receiver room, X, Y, Z, all the spots. I mean, Alabama certainly has really good wide receivers coming back. At that tackle position, I don't know who it's going to be. Is it going to be Elijah Pritchett, someone else? There's a lot of tackles that are going to compete for that now that you have Caden Proctor exiting out. Miles McVay is there, Wilcom Formby, Ben Trey, the tackle who came over from Texas A&M. And at the guard position, I listed Rock Montgomery. There's clearly a lot of guards here. And I don't know if they're going to move Tyler Booker out to tackle. So those are the things that we're going to kind of mix and match. And I think when you're looking at the offense, the biggest question mark is about the offensive line. How are they going to fit in the offensive line? Scott Huff is your new offensive line coach, part of the group that won the Joe Moore Award last year. So I'm sure he's going to figure it out. But I do like the setup right here. And as you can see, you can score a lot of points with a lot of weapons on the field. So the tight end, C.J. Dupree, played in a ton of snaps, and you have the freshman, Caleb Odom, right behind him, or on the field in, different packages. I like that. And then you have Kendrick Law, Emmanuel Henderson, Avery Hampton, Kobe Prentice, Amari Jefferson, Ryan Williams. Like this is really amazing in terms of the offense. I like the offensive setup. I really do. And then in the backfield, you got Jalen Milroe, and you have either Justice Haynes or Jam Miller, right? So Ola Salim, that's who you're talking about, M Champion. I don't know where he's going to play. Guy is gigantic. Him and Wilcom Formby. So anyways, that's kind of what I wanted to go over when you look to Alabama in the morning and news that we are tracking. I would still say we're on commitment watch, to be honest. I really do. I feel that more guys are going to come in. I feel that guys are going to get excited about the players that Coach KD is bringing in. I appreciate you guys watching this video, and run the thumbs up on all of these videos. I appreciate you guys being here. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube.